Most men make it hard on themselves when they're trying to meet and attract women. They think it's as complicated as a Rubik's Cube, but let me tell you, it's not. Especially when you have the right mindsets, that makes all the difference. So let's dive in. First, you have to understand that seduction it's counterintuitive, okay? It's more about mystery than it is attention, okay? So mystery over attention. What does that mean? Well, I remember long ago, before I learned seduction, before I learned female nature, I always thought, let's give women, especially the ones that we liked, lots of attention. Talk to them a lot, be there for them, ask them tons of questions and get to know them and tell them every single thing about you. Show everything and put everything all on the table. Buy them things, be there for them. All these things that you would think intuitively would get a woman attracted. However, it's a whole different mindset. It's counterintuitive and it's the exact opposite. But let me be clear here because I know that sounds a little ridiculous. Like, wait a minute. So the opposite of giving her attention is what? No attention? So like I just don't talk to girls? Trip, that's not going to get me anywhere. You're right. It's not. So it's more about the balance. When you are in a mode when you're trying to attract a woman, the more mystery that's there, the better it can be. Now, how do you do those things on a more practical level beyond the mindset of knowing that it has to be a little bit more mysterious? This is where flirting comes in. This is where when you're on a first date with a woman, you're not going to say everything about yourself. This is where not giving her tons of compliments and showering her with gifts comes in. You don't want to put too much into it because then she's going to think this guy is desperate. Women do not want to be with a guy who's desperate. They don't want to be with a guy who is needy. They want a guy who they can respect. And that's why there has to be that boundary and a little bit of mystery. That goes the longest way. Okay, so mindset number one, it's about mystery more than attention. Mindset number two, you have to understand that you are not trying to get her to like you, okay? That's what a lot of guys do. We do all these things, like I said earlier, to try to get the girl to like them. It's like we are trying to have this magnet, so to speak, so she can come over here. And yes, in some cases we do want to do that. We want to be a guy who is magnetic, but not to the sense that we're trying to get her to like you. That mindset is going to get it all screwed up. Instead, we want to go into an interaction on a date, on a cold approach, maybe even a little bit on the online dating portion when you're messaging. You want to go into that. Well, actually, definitely on the online portion, even before you're messaging when you're looking at the profiles. Again, what I'm saying here is you want to see if there's anything special about her. Bottom line is the mindset is you want to figure out, is she worthy of you? Not are you worthy of her? How can I be the guy that can be worthy of her? How is she going to see me? No, instead, a lot of guys don't do this. They don't go into a date saying, you know what, I'm going to find out what makes her so special. Or they see a cute girl, they want to go approach her and they say to themselves, I want to go over there to see if she's more than her looks. Instead, guys think, how do I get her attracted? How do I get her attracted? So I want you to start meeting women with this mindset of what is special about her, because even though she's pretty, which I know that's the first thing that you're looking at, is she cute? You still have to be you have to be understanding that just because she's cute, that does not make her special, and that there are so many women out there who are attractive, okay? That is not what makes her special. It's more than that. It's her personality. It's her vibe. It's the way you guys connect. It's the non-negotiables that you should be setting for yourself when you're out there looking for a woman. Is she someone that's worthy of you? And along with this, you should be looking at yourself as an amazing guy. You should have high self-esteem, or hopefully working on that to the point where you're like, yeah, this woman that I meet is going to be lucky to have me, not the other way around. We dive into this very deep and helping with this specific mindset and all the mindsets really in our TripAdvice Accelerator Coaching Program, which you can learn more about at tripadvicecoaching.com. You can book a call with us. It is free, and we will chat with you about how coaching can help you get these mindsets down and be the ultimate seducer when you're going out and meeting women. Let's go to mindset number 3. These are huge, okay? So you don't need women. Women should be a byproduct of what already is a life that you love. A lot of guys will go into life thinking that like the Jerry Maguire, like you complete me. No, that's all BS. Okay, if you haven't seen Jerry Maguire, you should watch that. There's a scene where he says, "You complete me," which is like this wonderfully romantic scene in the Hollywood cinema, but it's not real life. Instead, you should be a guy who is already complete. You should be a man who thinks, hey, I got a great career, I'm working on my health, I got great friends, I got a fun lifestyle, and then women become a byproduct of that. Women shouldn't be everything in your life. And by the way, if it is, you're going to notice pretty fast that that's going to screw you up. And women are going to notice that. They're going to see that desperation. They're not going to be attracted to your life. And they're going to think that you need them. We don't want that. Women should not be life. The point of life isn't like to get women, okay? You want to be, of course, good at attracting women. That's what the TripAdvice channel is here for. That's what my coaching program is for, right? All those things. In a perfect world, though, we want to get to the point where you realize that women are just a byproduct. That, hey, you're awesome. You don't need anything. You are complete as you are. And then you get to share a wonderful life with a woman that you might be meeting in the future. And hopefully, same thing with her, right? We have a lot of traumatic experiences that might have happened when we were in childhood, and this screws up our psychology in the sense that we end up wanting women to help us get over some of those traumatic events, and this gets really, really deep. But again, in a perfect world, we don't want that kind of situation. We want to be the most powerful, with high self-esteem version of ourselves that we can, and then women get to be a part of that, and you can come together in a relationship where you two are whole. Next mindset. I know we got pretty deep here. This is an important one. There's this whole controversy, or I even should say debate online about looks matter, no they don't, it's money, no it's not, yada, yada, yada. It's all important. That's the mindset here. It's all important, okay? No, you don't have to be an insanely rich person, insanely tall, insanely good-looking person. You don't need that. But of course, you do need to have something going on there, right? You can't just be smelling terrible, have terrible style, and bad hygiene and living at home with your parents and thinking you're going to get, a great woman, maybe for a quick night, but at least not for long term. But you also need personality. You also need the attractive behavior, okay? Because I know a lot of guys who end up signing up for coaching who are guys who are super rich, super wealthy, and good looking. They can't get a woman to save their life because they haven't learned how to meet and attract women, how to flirt, and be able to do that, right? So, okay, what's more important? It's all important. You want to work on all of it. You want to have a good career. You want to be financially stable on your own. You want to look your best and appear your best when you're talking to women and going on dates. You want to have a charismatic personality. You want to understand female nature and how to trigger attraction. You want to learn how to be able to flirt. It's all of it at once that's going to help you be the most attractive version of yourself. And there's different levels. Certain things do help a lot more. But at the end of the day, if we're working on all of it at once, it's going to help you attract the most amount of women possible. There's more mindsets and things that you need to learn, especially by 35. If you watch the video here on the screen, this is 10 things I learned by 35. Check that out. Very important. And if you're interested in getting help and you want coaching or learn more about it, get a free call with us over at tripadvicecoaching.com. Link is in the description.